Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is Ruth, John, Mark, Pamela, Patricia, and Peter Ray. Home movie, 1969. And now the movie, folks. Well, here we are. This is January 1969, and Ruth and John are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's Kent Myers, John's law partner. He was the senior partner. And the plan was there's Kent and John, Myers, Stevens, and Ray. Kent Myers and John Ray. And that's their yacht. And that's Kent's wife, Betty, I think. Or is that Ruth? I think that's Ruth. Anyway, the plan was to take this yacht on a voyage, the Royal Ears, Cleveland, from Fort Lauderdale to, there's Betty Myers, from Fort Lauderdale to Nassau, Bahamas, where Kent and John would attend a lawyers' convention. But they had all kinds of problems. They had problems with the steering wheel. I think that's the captain or somebody. They had problems with the steering wheel and different problems with this boat. Now it looks like they're trying to make the trip. So that it was delayed several days, and then they finally went, but it was very tough, and they made it to Bimini, and before they turned around, or before they stopped, my mother said she couldn't take it. It was very hard for her because it was so wavy. So they ended up flying from Bimini to Nassau. So anyway, this is still, they spent time in Fort Lauderdale because they couldn't make this trip because they were having problems with the boat. So Ruth was happy. She talks about this in the letters if you watch the earlier video from 1969, I think 2 videos previously. She was happy, to get away from the cold in Cleveland. And I think, here they're on the boat. And we were, the children, Mark, Pamela, Patricia, and Peter, we were back home in Rocky River. And I think, there's Dad, John S. Ray. We were, I think Mrs. Vogler came to take care of us while they were gone on this trip. So that's Kent Myers. He died the next year. Right after this, he got sick. He had cancer, and they didn't do a good job of taking care of him. I think that's the captain. And so that was tragic. He didn't know it at this. Oh, I think he had some stomach pain. Now there's the boat. I think trying to get the boat fixed. Kent Myers and John S. Ray. So let's see, where is this? Oh, now this is Bimini. Yeah. Now they're in Bimini. That's Kent and John. Yeah, and then they flew. Bimini's in the Bahamas, and then they flew from Bimini to Nassau, where they stayed in Paradise Island. And in Nassau. So they're taking Bahama Airways from Bimini to Nassau. John and Ruth Ray and Kent and Betty Myers. Now there they are, and they're in Paradise Island Hotel. Paradise Island is a small island, Nassau Harbor, and it's, I think, completely different now, but they were staying there for this lawyers' convention in the Bahamas. Paradise Island, Nassau, Bahamas. January 1969. Looks like a windy day. You can see the wind in the palm trees, and then the water. There's a big beach there. Oh, look at those waves. Yeah, real windy. So they got a break from the cold winter in Cleveland. There's Kent and Betty Myers. Yeah, John was the junior partner of the 3. Kent Myers, Dick Stevens, and John Ray. There's Mom, Ruth Ray, with her hair protected from the wind. There's Kent Myers walking on the beach. Yeah. So they'd have these meetings, and then they'd have time to enjoy the beach, and we'll tour Nassau. Yeah, there's Kent and Betty Myers and Ruth protecting her hair with that scarf. Oh, look at here they are, the couple, Mom and Dad, John and Ruth Ray. Nice. Oh, Dad's over. I think Mom must be filming this. with, yeah, look at those waves. Windy day. Dad's walking on the beach. There's the surf. Testing the surf. See, 1969. So my parents were, let's see, they were born in 1924. So they were, Dad was 45. Mom hadn't had her birthday. No, they were both 44. Yeah. If my math is right. 69 minus 24. Yeah, and they hadn't had their birthdays yet. Nice bathing suit, Mom, or swimming trunks, as they would say in the Philippines, because you're not bathing, literally. Yeah. Wow. Oh, she's testing those at surf. Oh. Yeah. Her red hair. Mm-hmm. Whoa, that's pretty strong. Kept her balance. Hi, Mom. Swimming pool, I think it's the Paradise Highland Hotel. And they kind of missed the British Colonial, which was over on the mainland of Nassau on New Providence Island. Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. At 1969, I wonder if it was independent. It was right around Independence time. Fort Charlotte. Now this is the old British port when Bahamas was a British colony. I think they're touring. Oh, look at that cannon! They're touring Nassau. Okay. Yeah, British colony for. Oh, looks like in a dungeon. Inside a dungeon. Now, oh, look at this. Wonder who that statue is. Maybe some explorer. Queen's Staircase Road. Look at this. Is this the road? A staircase. Look at that waterfall. Yeah, I think I remember. They had some time, so they were touring Nassau. Okay, now this is back in Rocky River. Yeah, this would be maybe March 1969. Oh, Pamela and Patricia, nice. Their Girl Scout uniforms. Wow, look at that. Oh, and there's Peter dressed up for, I think for church. Stevie Strawbridge, next door neighbor, my best friend there during that time. While they lived there for several years. He was a nice guy, Stevie. Yep, right next door. They moved to Minneapolis. His dad worked for 3M Corporation. Now this is in March. We're headed to the Bahamas. March 19th. Yeah. Ruth, John, Patricia, and Peter, we were headed to the Bahamas, and Mark and Pamela stayed at home because they were both in high school and felt they couldn't take a month off. We were going down from March 19th to April 14th. United Airlines. So this, headed south. Back then, you didn't have these where you could walkways to the airplane. Now this is at the British Colonial Hotel in Nassau. They got that pink building. Nice. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. We stayed there many times. Beautiful old, as the name suggests, British Colonial Hotel. Talk about a historical name. Ruth, Patricia, and Peter. Yeah, we'd spend a day or two in Nassau we needed to get groceries to go to the island, Cistern Key and the Exumas. And we just enjoyed being there in Nassau. We had to catch the charter plane, seaplane to Cistern Key. Yeah, this is the beach at the British Colonial Hotel. Oh, Dad with a tie, a coat and tie on. Big cruise ship in the background, Nassau Harbor. Now this is what is this? Huh, wonder where we're going here. Marsh Harbor International Airport. We must have flown there. Welcome to Green Turtle Key. This is kind of confusing to me. I thought we took a treasure key. Okay. Bahama Airways. Okay. Oh, check out the nice hat this gal has, airline gal. Now this is the plane. There's Merthelda and a couple of her children. We're taking this seaplane, a Grumman Goose. Oh, Peter's got a jacket on. A Grumman Goose to Cistern Key. I guess we flew to Marsh Harbor first. I don't understand that, but yeah. Because my memory is we flew from Nassau to Cistern Key, but anyway. So now we're on the seaplane, the Grumman Goose Island Flying Service. This looks like Nassau, Cistern Key, with just the two main houses. Here we coming in for a water landing. Wow. Yep. Dad could only film until they hit the water, then it would be kind of bumpy, and he would shut it off. He's going to shut it off in a moment here. And the plane hits the water. Yeah, now we're in the water. I guess headed toward the dock. Yeah. Now here comes Steve and I think Albert. I think Albert was his nephew. Steve Cox Sr. Just died the last year or two. I think he spent almost his entire working life on Cistern Key. Yeah, and he's getting our stuff. There's Peter. We're headed. There's Ruth. Yeah. Back then, you got dressed up to travel. And there's the Grumman Goose heading back to, I guess, Marsh Harbor. Water takeoff. What technology. Later on, we couldn't take these anymore, and we'd have to get a plane to Norman's Key and then get a boat from Norman's Key over to Cistern Key. Oh, beautiful flowers on Cistern Key. Is that? Yeah, I'm not a very good flower identifier. Is that casuarina? No, it's not poinsettia. There's Peter. Hey, Peter. With that shirt. It's got a sailboat on it. Where we're going. Oh, and these dogs were following. Oh, yeah, that was a hermit crab that I had gotten on the island and kept for a year at home. Named him Sam. I brought him. Look, I put a name tag on him. Sam. Let him go. Shouldn't have put that name tag. Well, eventually it fell off. Yeah, he survived a year in Rocky River, and I thought, well, let's bring him back and let him go. Let him live in freedom back in his environment. He didn't have such a great life. He had a small area where in Rocky River. I had a little tub with sand in it. Oh, now this is a fishing trip. Guess we went fishing. I feel sorry for these fish when I see this footage. But we ate them. It was dinner. We'd have fish dinners. So it wasn't just... Yeah, you feel sorry. 'Cause look at him. He's still alive there. Wiggling his tail. Poor guy. That's Steve Cox. That's Steve Jr. growing up. Yeah, that hat. Okay. I think that's a Nassau grouper that was, oh, he's still breathing. Poor guy. And I think this is Mark, Pamela, and Grandma Smallshaw coming. They came a couple weeks later. We were down there about a month, and they came for the second 2 weeks. So that was good. I think this is Ruth's mother's first time, I think, on Sister and Key. She finally came. She was such a wonderful person. Very kind lady. Very loving person. So we were all excited to see, all of us were excited. Now they're going out. Steve and Albert and somebody else going out to get them and their luggage. Yep. The Grumman Goose. Yeah. So I got a pretty good day. They couldn't fly if the weather was too, they couldn't land if it was. Now there's the welcoming party. It looks like Patricia has a megaphone. Peter, I was happy that my brother Mark and Pam were coming. Ruth is all smiles with her scarf protecting her hair. Here they come. Yeah, you can see Pamela there and Grandma Smallshaw. There's Pam and Mark. Oh, Mark with a coat and tie, and Grandma Smallshaw with her hair in a scarf. And another plane taking off. Here we are going. Now we are walking over to the next beach, which Dad at this time was considering buying. John was going to buy it. And then you see Mark's walking over the coral, and Ruth and Grandma Smallshaw, Gus, we called her name was Augusta. People called her Gus. And Peter, I guess I was snorkeling over. Yeah, that beach Dad bought, John bought, that beach you can see. There it is. And for the rest of their lives, yeah, Ruth and John came down here. They built 2 small houses. And now Patricia owns this property. And she goes down with Avery and Scarlett. I haven't been down since 1989. I was down there many times. And running along the beach. Yeah. Now we're on the path to the cistern. A cistern is a natural well. That's what this island's named after. And it has fresh water. And we drank out of that cistern for a long time. Hi, Peter. They had the whole island was coral. So there were holes. And here there were like these holes with mud. I was throwing some rocks in the mud hole. So we're taking a walk to the cistern from this beach. Oh, there's the Grandma Smallshaw. Nice hat. Augusta Smallshaw. She was, at this time, she was 72 or 71, born in 1897. 71. Yeah, and she had a lot of energy. She traveled till she was 90. She came to visit me in Switzerland in 1990. She was 92. I think that's the cistern. Yep. Where we used that as our drinking water. And the conch fishermen would, there it is. Yeah, we'd have a bucket and a rope. We would lower down there and fill our drinking water jugs. And the local fishermen would stop, and that's another hole. They'd stop to get water there too. Yeah, so it was common knowledge, and that's what the island's named after. Because you need to drink. Freshwater cistern, freshwater well. These are some other holes that John is filming. There were holes all over the place Oh, look at this little pond. It's all dried up like muddy. Peter's going to test the mud to see how. Yeah, I guess you can't walk into it. Now we'd walked back to the Rummages. We were staying in the Rummages property. Now, let's see, where are we going now? Maybe we're going over to the next beach. That's kind of tough walking. Look at Augusta, 71, walking in this. Got to be careful. Not easy walking. Oh yeah, this is the next beach. There's that dog. Next beach over, which Bernard Arnault owns the entire island now, except for our property, Patricia's property. Now, Patricia, she got some sea life here in this little pan. I think she brought those back. There's Mark. There was this, what do you call it, a deck. Mark had a transistor radio. He's listening to the radio, sunning himself. This was on the Rummage's property. Yeah, you can see the radio. We thought he was pretty cool listening to a radio, sunning himself on the Rummage's deck. Now let's see, I think we're headed over to the Grant's home. At that time, most of the island was owned by Will C. Grant, except for the Rummages. I don't think John hadn't bought his property yet, but he was about to. These are these tide pools over on the other part of the island. Low tide, you could go to this area where you could see sea life that was there. Kind of had enough water to survive. You'd see some small fish and crabs, maybe some. Yeah. We'd go over there to see what we could find, and we'd turn over rocks and see what was underneath. And yeah, Patty brought back some fish, Patricia, but I don't think any of them survived the trip because of the. Yeah, nice hat, Peter. Yep. Try to turn over these rocks to see what was underneath. Ooh, look at that! Look at that thing. What would you call that? It's not a snake. It's like a starfish. Not a starfish. I don't know what you'd call it. Ooh, look at that. Is that fish alive? What is it? What's Peter doing? These tide pools. Later, when the high tide would come up, you could only go there in low tide. Look at those. Interesting. Patty's. Yeah, we'd pick up these rocks to see what was underneath. See if there was anything underneath. Some of them you couldn't pick up because they were stuck. Yep. Yeah, that one I couldn't lift up, I don't think. I did, yeah. It's an old conch shell. Look at that. And Grandma Smallshaw, Mom's mom, Augusta Smallshaw, was with us. Oh, who was... Oh, it looked like the Grants were visiting. Yeah, there's Steve Cox and Peter on the dock. That's the Grants' dock with the obligatory... I guess we'd gone fishing. The obligatory photograph holding the caught fish. Kind of sad. Now that's the catch for the day. The day's fishing. Oh, we've got a kite. We're flying a kite. Good place for kite flying, because if there was some wind. Yep. Wow, it's way up there. Isn't there a Winnie the Pooh song? Let's go fly a kite, the farthest height. Patricia and Peter. Okay. Yeah, sunny day, nice day. Somebody's going out on a boat for probably going fishing, I assume. Mm-hmm. Oh, a couple. Oh, what's this? A couple boats coming together. Not sure what's going on here. I think, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Grant came. Will C. and Mary Grant came. This is from the house at the Rummage's house, which is now not there anymore. So that's Chicken Key or Goat Key in the distance. Yeah. Oh, there they are. Yeah, these are the original when the government. It was a crown property owned by the British government, since it was a British colony. And Will C. Grant, he and his wife Mary, they bought the whole island. Sold the Rummages a lot. Sold us a lot. Now this is inside the porch at the Rummages. I think it's April Fool's. No, not yet. That's coming up. Yeah, this is from the Rummages home. Yeah, there was that coral. You could walk on the coral over. Yeah. Little wind. That was a nice place. They had a reef there. We'd swim out to. Called it Rummage's Reef. Okay, I think we're gonna go snorkeling. There's all four children: Mark, Pamela, Patricia, and Peter. Ruth. Yeah. Little wind. Sunny day. Cistern Key, Exumas, Bahamas, 1969. March. Oh, there's a lizard. Yeah, I enjoyed them. Uh-huh. Now, where are we now? I think is this the Ocean Beach? I guess we're exploring the island. That looks like, oh, that's the beach beyond where we ended up having property. And it wasn't that great because half the beach was like stone by the water, so not that great. You can see that stone. Oh, throwing stones in the water. Yeah. There's Ruth, her mom, Augusta. Peter laying on this. Look at all that. Some type of vegetation. It was like a big blanket. Mm-hmm. I guess they decided to walk back. Maybe that'll be easier. We'll try to walk back if the water doesn't get too deep. Since it was hard to walk on that coral. I guess you could do that at low tide. Look at Gus having water's getting high. She was 71, making her way. Now this is April Fool's, April 1. That's Merthelda Cox, and we'd turned over the furniture, and now we were all look at Patricia's acting like she's dying. Mark was reading a book with his, and Pam's looks like, and I was laying over this. This was April Fool's. Pam looks like was stabbed by something. Yeah, we turned over everything, and as an April Fool. There's Merthelda. Let's see if she's going to smile. Now we're playing baseball on the beach, Rummage's Beach. I think that's Peter batting. Yeah. I was getting old enough to get involved in baseball. Oh, and look at that. Grandma Smallshot going to get the ball. Look at that. Running. John's pitching, Peter's batting, Patricia's the catcher, Ruth's there, Mark and Pam are there. Oh, I think that's Patricia batting. Baseball right up by the water, right where the beach and the water come together. Kind of fun. Oh, now here's Pam batting. Pamela, she put her whole body into it. Look at these swings. She'd swing and her whole her whole body would go around. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of funny. Oh, I think she got a hit. She's celebrating. Now, Mark, you could see he was athletic, and he played baseball. Yeah, he was an athlete. And he was on the high school baseball team in ninth grade. He was a pitcher. Hi, Mom. Ruth Ray. Enjoying the sun and her family. Hi, Patricia. Ooh, she's got an anchor on her bathing suit. Yeah, Mark's going to bat here. Yeah, Mark was athletic, you can tell. Boom. No. There's Peter playing the outfield, looks like. Hi, Grandma. Augusta Lillian Fisher Small. She's a very wonderful person. Hi, Dad. John S. Ray. Look at that. He tanned real well. He turned brown. Still had a little hair. Oh, now we're going snorkeling, skin diving, swimming with flippers, a face mask, and a breathing tube. Out to this coral reef, which was near. And Dad had his had the movie camera. He had this case made. He could put the camera in and take underwater movies, which was he felt like he was Jacques Cousteau. Yeah, we did a lot of filming underwater. There we go, off snorkeling. Yep. Yeah, the flippers would help. You really need the flippers for propulsion. Yeah, the breathing tube, the mask would you have to like spit in it, put some water and spit it and rinse it. But it would still a little water would get in. It might get a little steamy. And Mark and Pam had oh, there we go, standing. There's Grandma Smallsha coming out. She didn't have the equipment, but she's going to come out for a swim. Enjoy the water. Yeah, Mark, I think we all had these breathing masks that had glasses put in. Oh, Ruth's enjoying the water. Her hair might get messed up. Now this is underwater. Yeah, look at that nice fish, yellow and black stripes. Is that a pompano? So Dad would film underwater, the reef, the fish. Ooh, look at that angelfish. Yeah. Yeah. It was, he was trying to get close to them. Some of them weren't too shy. Others, they're wild animals. They're trying to protect themselves from predators. We're pretty big, Ooh, look at that coral. You have the sun you can see the sun shining through the top of the water, and yeah, that's the coral reef. A little bit challenging because Dad had to go underwater where he couldn't breathe, away from the surface, testing his lung power. Ooh, look at that. Is that a Nassau grouper? Yeah, I think so. sea fans. Yeah, you can see the current underwater. Yep. Yeah, they were all different. Oh, look at that angelfish eating the coral. Oh, that's some color there. It's pretty. Nice green color, light green. Oh, look at these school of fish. Different coral formations. Look at that. Yeah, like little fingers. Peninsulas. Ooh, those pompanos, if that is a pompano. Maybe not. Or no, Sergeant Major. Maybe that's it. I think that's it, Sergeant Major, because it looks kind of like the stripes. I think that's a Nassau grouper. The Nassau groupers were considered the best eating fish. And I think there was a lobster out there, crayfish. Oh, now this is this needlefish that stayed right at the top of the water. Wonder why it was doing that. I don't know. That's what it did. So it's right. Dad was filming that needlefish. Wonder if it was like trying to get bugs from the surface. If there's any reason why it was up there. Okay. Okay, yeah, look at these coral formations. Yeah, the fish swimming around. Oh, there's a lot of fish. Yeah. Ooh, what's that? Is that a barracuda? No, that's that needlefish. Now this is a stingray. Look at it. Wonder what Dad did. He wanted to get the stingray to start swimming. You know, they're cool. They'd be down on the ground or the bottom of the ocean there, and then eventually they'd be covered in sand, and then they're looking to get something to eat. Oh, they have their stinger. Oh, now it's like they're flying. Look at that, beautiful stingray. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays are named after these beautiful creatures. Look at that, like they're flying. You had to be careful you didn't step on one because you wouldn't see them. They were be covered in sand, and they could sting you with that. They had a stinger. That was Mark's nickname, and he was a lifeguard. I think in high school they last name Ray, so you called Stingray or Stinger. Oh, there's okay. Yeah, there's that. Again, you can see the stingray covered in sand, just his eyes visible. Underwater. Oh, is that a turbot? Yeah, oh, beautiful fish. Look at that. They were fairly friendly, and yeah, actually, I think they were the prettiest fish down there. The turbots. They're called triggerfish, turbot. Yeah. Or one time, there's this one that was following Patricia, and she called her Bertha the turbot. It's like she had a pet turbot. Yep. Is that brain coral? Yeah, I think so. With these little creatures that would they're like trees, and if you touch them they would compact. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a yeah, look at that. There's a lobster. Dad would try to catch one he had a spear, a Hawaiian sling. You'd have to go deep, and it would have like a rubber thing you pull on and a wooden casing, and you try to aim it, let fly, see if you could catch a lobster. look at that. What is that fish? He's eating coral. That's another stingray. Okay. Underwater home movies. Yeah, this isn't really at home, but they call them home movies. Oh, look at that fish. Yeah, they're swimming around. In their schools. Brain coral, I think. Yeah, they different kinds of angelfish, I think. Is that an angelfish there? Yeah, there's a turbot. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And they're like a cartoon character. Yeah. I think I made a video of beautiful fish of the world and used a turbot as the cover picture. Purple. Yeah. One of God's creatures. Ooh, look at that stingray resting by the sea fans and coral. Oh, now this is the filming of us surface diving. Peter, now Patricia. Yeah, we go down and see how long we could stay down. Now here comes, that's Patricia again. Yeah. Here comes Pamela. Yeah, the older ones could get down and stay down farther. More lung power. Nice job, Pamela. Here comes Mark. Yeah. Plenty of lung power to stay underwater. Hold your breath. Oh, yeah. Can't identify these different life forms there. Some are solid, some are, fish moving around, sea fans. Beautiful. Oh, there's a NASA grouper, yeah. And there's is that a lobster? Nice stingray swimming around. Now this is the Easter egg hunt. Yeah. Oh, Will C. Grant and his wife Mary came. There, yeah, it looks like Peter was the youngest. Peter and Albert. There goes Patricia. I guess Steve Cox's children didn't come. Will C. Grant serving. There goes Pamela. Mark has to wait. He's the oldest. There goes Mark. Yeah, those Easter egg hunts were fun. Simple pleasure. Hard-boiled eggs, dyed different colors, red, blue, green, purple. And Mom would hide them. She would bring them down, buy them in Nassau, and boil them there in the house, and then we'd dye them. There's Dad John with his cigar. Will C. Grant has a cigarette. He died, I think, this is 69. I think he died around 77. 78, maybe 77. Peter, he's going too far away. Trying to find those eggs. Comes John. Nice cigar, John. Dad. Yeah. There's Mark on the left, Pamela. Looking great. Okay, now we're done. Let's see how many we got. Mark has his. Oh, everyone got a lot. Pamela, she has hers. Smiling. Patricia. Oh, okay. Everybody did well. Oh, everyone has a lot. Looks like everyone has more than 12. There's Albert. Yep. Everyone did well. The Easter egg hunt. Hi, Patricia. Got the sun in your face, I think. Pamela. Dear Pamela. Mark looks pretty cool there. Cool sunglasses. We'll see Grant's checking out the eggs. Now it's plastic eggs with chocolate in the middle. In the old days, you'd give them back to your mom and she'd make egg salad sandwiches for a week. Now this part, we're playing catch with the hard-boiled, with those eggs. I don't think that was good. You know, you could drop them and crack them and they'd get, but that's what we're doing. Pam is chasing Mark for some reason. Yeah, I don't think we should have been doing it. But, you know, what do you do after an Easter egg hunt? Try not to break them, I think. Soft catch. Soft hands. Hi, Mom. Ruth Smallshaw Ray. Florence Ruth Smallshaw Ray. John Stewart Ray. They're both 44 years old. That's up by the Rummage's house. It's over the Grant's dock. I wonder, I guess they're leaving. Will C. and Mary Grant are going back to Chicago. Pam has a nice straw hat. Dad saying goodbye to Will C. He really admired Will C. Grant. Yeah, his wife Mary was very nice. Eventually they sold, well, he died, and then I guess Mary sold the property to, eventually for a while it was this Robert Vesco owned most of the island. And then who was this? Who was a criminal. Now it's Bernard Arnault. Where are they going out to? Is it a seaplane? Yeah, okay, there's their seaplane. Taking them back to Nassau and then the mainland USA. Yep. Oh, nice calm day for flying, taking off from the water. There they go. Okay. Good people. Will C. and Mary Grant. Now, let's see, what are we doing? That's their home. Yeah, that home's gone now. Bernard Arnault built another home higher up. Yeah. Oh, I think we're going fishing. Deep sea fishing. Yeah. Something we used to do. And this boat somehow came. I think that was that Will C. Grant's boat that he had sent out? There we are, Pam. Nice straw hat. Eventually we got tired of fishing, but early on that's what we did. That's what you do. There's Mark and Albert came. Yeah, Mark, Patricia, John, Dad, Peter, yours truly, Pamela. Nice straw hat, Pamela. Wonderful person. Yeah, she died 2 years later, right on that island. Tragic. Anyway, she's in heaven or reincarnated. Oh, there's Grandma Smallshaw's fishing too, age 71. Wonderful person. Very kind. Very loving person. Joyful. Patient. Okay, caught a fish. We're reeling them in. Nice shirt, Peter. Red, white, and blue. Okay, what do they got here? Again, I'm not a good fish identifier. Mark? Mm-hmm. Pretty big fish. All right, Peter. Okay, and Ruth must be filming John, who's pulling a fish in. Oh, what's that? It's an interesting looking fish. Uh-huh. I was going to say it's a Nassau grouper, but I don't know. No sound here. We don't know what Dad's saying. Nice sunglasses. Oh, he's making a joke. Here are the dogs waiting for us. Yep, there's the catch. There's the guy, the fella who, the captain of the ship. I know we're posing at Grandma's small ship. We're all posing on the dock with our fish. Grandma caught a barracuda. Look at that. Pam's having an easier time holding up the fish. Peter's having trouble. It's kind of slimy. Gus has it on a line. That's easier. Yep. Posing with our fish on the dock. And then, of course, they have to be scaled. They have to be scaled for eating. Mm-hmm. Steve Cox is doing that. Looks like sunset. Okay, there's the dock. Patricia and Peter. Oh, we both have matching striped shirts. This path, if you went straight, it would go up to the Grant's house. There was at one point you could take a right over to the Rummage's house where we were staying on this trip. Looks like Ruth's probably taking filming the sunset. Okay, more fishing. I don't know what that fish is. It's a pretty fish. It's like John's helping Augusta, his mother-in-law. There's Mark. Hi, Mark. John. Augusta. Ooh, Mark's got a fish. Reeling it in. Looks like a Nassau grouper. Kind of a small one. There's Ruth with her hair in a scarf. Hi, Mom. Ruth S. Ray. Wonderful lady. Patricia's reeling one in with help from John, her father. Look at that. The Lark, Nassau, New Providence. Thank you for a nice fishing trip. Okay, back on the dock, filming. Yep, posing with our fish. Oh, looks like Mark has a Nassau grouper there. Oh, Patricia's a big fish. Another sunset on Cistern Key, Exumas, Bahamas. There it goes. Disappearing. Another day coming to an end, or at least the daylight. Okay, what are we doing here? Must be two boats. Oh, I think we're heading two boats over to taking a trip to I believe to Norman's Key, where we'd go for an outing. And I think you could buy some. Maybe this is Norman's Key, which there's a horse. How about that? Which eventually was owned by Carlos Lader, who was this major drug dealer in the cocaine business. And finally, I'm sure it's much better now. Norman's Key. Yeah, I think you could buy some groceries there and just go over to see the island, I think, just for a trip. What does Patricia have there? Like I said, we would fly into Norman's Key a lot, actually, when later when we couldn't. There didn't seem to be service in these seaplanes. Oh, John's got his arm underwater here. Must be on the dock. Oh, no, we're swimming. There's Augusta. Oh, she got herself a snorkel thing there. Maybe she got her own stuff. Age 71. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes you'd be swimming over these coral reefs and it would be, very, not much space. Okay, nice turbot. More skin diving. Huh? There's Ruth practicing her surface dive. Oh, and is that Augusta? Yeah. I think that's Augusta. Age 71. Huh. I think that's Mom, Ruth S. Ray, Ruth Smallshaw Ray. Or is that? Not sure. Now here comes, I think this is Dad. He's going to go deep. Get ready to, there he goes. Down he goes. Our father, John S. Ray. Fearless leader. Good provider. Pay for something like this, these trips. He had a tremendous concentration, which that was the key to his success. Also disciplined and patient, but yeah. Oh, it looks like back on dry land, looks like a conch fishing boat. They weren't supposed to be doing that, but they did. This was the Exumas Land and Sea Park. Okay, now we're all on the beach. Got some sun. John, Mark, Pamela, Patricia, Peter posing. What are we about to do here? Yeah, Dad would tan the best. There's Mark, Pamela, Patricia, Peter. Patricia and I are the only ones left. Patricia and Peter. Pam's gone 1971. John in 2011. Mark in 2021. Ruth in 2014. Good parents, good people. Very hardworking, energetic, productive, service-oriented. Hi, Grandma. Augusta Smallshaw. Augusta Lillian Fisher Smallshaw from England. Yeah, her family moved to Canada when she was like 5 years old. Wonder what we're doing. Going swimming, I imagine. Going snorkeling. Oh, Pamela and Patricia joking around. Like they're dancing girls. Oh, these beautiful flowers on the quay. Cistern Key. Oh, I think we're over at the Grant's house. Yeah. Which we stayed in. Yeah, they had a yard in the backyard. We're exploring. One of the dogs, Steve Cox's dogs, following us around. Exploring the island. This is the ocean beach. We'd find different things that would float in. We were wondering. We thought it was like a piece of a rocket ship, piece of a boat maybe. Interesting. Oh, I think we're going home. Yep, all dressed up for travel. Heading. Now we're in the plane. This seaplane. Island Flying Service, the Grumman Goose, taken off. Oh, now we're in the air, leaving behind by Cistern Key. We didn't come back till 2 years. The next year we went to Jamaica. Yeah, beautiful island. One time they called it Indigo Island for a while, trying to rent out. They said, oh, you can rent your whole island. And coming into Nassau, I believe. Now, this is Nassau, the straw market. You could we'd buy these straw hats, purses. Mom would buy purses. That was a regular part of these trips. Go to the casino on Paradise Island. Yeah. Ruth and her mom shopping. Yeah, this is, oh, Mark, we're all dressed up. Coat and tie. I think this is Paradise Island. Yeah, Dad would give us like $10 each, I think, and we'd put them in the slot machine, and it would be gone. Now we're back in Rocky River. Mom would buy a dress with her $10. She didn't believe in gambling. Oh, there's 20689 Beechcliff Boulevard, back home. This would be April 14th or after that. Came home. That looks like Pamela coming home from school. Yep. Hi, Pam. Yeah, that house is still pretty much the same. It's there. I love driving past it because I lived there. It was our home from 1960 to 1973. So that was the first 13 years of my life. I'm very nostalgic about that house. It's where we lived. And I think this mom was filming, yeah, the neighbor across the street. You know, Mom loved flowers, and I think this is right across the street on Lake Erie. This lady had all these beautiful flowers, so Mom was coming over to film. Yeah, I don't know their name. The name of that lady. I believe it was directly across the street. But yeah, big house. Wow. Mm-hmm. And Mom loved flowers. She could identify them. Dad knew birds. Mom knew flowers. If you saw a bird or heard one, Dad could identify it. If you saw, and with Mom, I would ask, "Oh, what kind of flower is that?" I said, "What kind of flower is that?" She said, "Oh, that's a hydrangea," or whatever. And so whenever she could tell you what these are. Yeah, that's that house. Right, I think it's right across the street. I think it's still there. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'll have to look for it next time I'm passing by. I think that's the pink dogwood. Was that on our property? That was by Pam's window. Is that pink dogwood? Or is that magnolia? Maybe it's magnolia. Oh, what is it? Pink dogwood, I think. Right out Pam's window. It became like the symbol, her symbol. We planted on her grave, Lakewood Park Cemetery up at the high school. And, oh, this must be the backyard of this gal across the street, the neighbor across the street. Lake Erie, the Great Lakes. Yeah, beautiful flower garden. Wow. Really something. Okay, now this is in Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada. The Canadian Rockies, the Rocky Mountains of Canada. This is the summer. Skipping ahead, this is a trip we took to Canada. Yeah. The Rocky Mountains of Canada, Canadian Rockies, which, of course, the Rockies extend south into the U.S. and even into Mexico, really. You can see this high elevation. It's summer. It's June, July, and you can see the snow. That's how it is. If you have a high enough elevation, the snow doesn't melt. Yeah, we took this trip to visit. Mom was from Regina, Saskatchewan, which I believe is the province east. This part of the video is a little mixed up. This is, and this particular trip, I think we went to Jasper. We started in Regina, Saskatchewan, visiting Ruth's parents, George and Augusta Smallshaw, her brother and his family, Bud, Doris, Brian, Janet, and Joan Smallshaw. And then we took this trip to Jasper. I think Dad rented a car. We flew to Regina, Saskatchewan. Dad rented a car. And then we drove, I think, I don't know, snowmobile tour. Wow. Columbia Icefields, Jasper National Park. So here we are. Going to take a snowmobile ride. Look at that snow in summer. It's cool. Mark's got a sweater on. There it is. We're getting ready for our trip into the ice fields. Jasper National Park. Interesting. Interesting sensation seeing snow in summer. But that's how it is. This is a very well-known park, Jasper. There we are. Rocky Mountains of Canada. I remember Augusta, Grandma Smallshed would quote Brian, Bud's oldest child, her oldest son. He loved, he would call these his beloved Rockies. He loved the mountains. Yeah. I don't know what that is. It looks like a gorge. Lots of snow. Because we hadn't had enough snow. Here we were trying to get away from snow and going to the Bahamas, and then we go see snow in summer in Canada. But it was this park. Oh, look at this. We're all wearing winter clothes. Oh, it's cold from all that snow. Yeah. Have a snowball fight. Yep. Okay, look at that. Okay, now this is in Regina. There's Bud on the right, and Mark, Pamela and Patricia joking around, singing a song, I think. Singing and dancing. Oh no, this is back in Rocky River. Yeah, this is actually before the trip. Bud came to visit. I think this is in Rocky River, yeah. And then he came to visit for Pam's birthday, and then Pamela and Patricia. Then he went back, and then we came up there. Yeah, so this is like the beginning of that trip. Okay, nice performance, Pamela and Patricia. Okay, pretty good. Yay. Yeah, this is in Rocky River, so this is before the trip. Sorry it's out of order, but just working on this last night. I could have tried to get it in order, but now we're flying. I think we are flying. I think to Regina from Rocky River. Oh, nice clouds. Regina, Saskatchewan. Air Canada. Yeah, that's Regina, capital of Saskatchewan. This is north of North Dakota. Yeah, where Mom grew up. Her hometown, Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. This is a swimming pool in Regina. Yeah, is that? That's Joan. Yeah, Joan's a year younger. That's Bud and Doris's youngest child. Yep. And we went to the swimming pool. I don't know. Maybe that was the hotel where we stayed. There's Pamela in the water and Patricia. Hi, Dad. John S. Ray. Hi, Mom. Nice swimsuit. Oh, now, Mark, Pamela's on John's shoulders. Mom would get a little worried. She thought that was too hard on Dad. Is that me? Or is that Brian? Uh-huh. Hi, Joan. Joan's, Bud's still alive. He's in Regina, and Joan's there. He's in his 90s, I think. And she's helping him out. I think that's Janet, the second of the three. Hi, Janet. Very nice. She's in Toronto now. Wonderful lady. Had 3 children. Very kind person. Yeah. What are we doing now? I think this was at the hotel pool. There's Peter, Patricia. What are we, fighting? Yeah, joking around. Swimming pool in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Summer of 1960. Yeah, the cousins, getting to know each other. I think this is the Parliament building in Regina, since it's the capital of the province. Ooh, nice garden. Look at that. Beautiful. There's George on the right. That's Mom's father, George Smallshaw. Pamela coming in. I think that's the first time I met him. I only met him a couple times. 1980 was the second time, and second and only time. There's George on the far right, his wife. Mom's parents on the right. Yeah, the Parliament building. It's like a state building. In Canada they call them provinces. Here we call them states. So it's the capital of the province, and that's the government building, Parliament. Yeah. Came over to see. Okay, it's nice to meet our Mom's father. He didn't come to the Bahamas. He never came. Did he come to visit us? Hi, Grandpa Smallshaw. He died, I believe, in 1983. Gus died in 97. Pam. Mark was a junior in high school here. 69, summer of 69. Oh, he would be starting. Yeah, it's good seeing, I didn't know him. Worked as a newspaper man. He was born in England, too. Moved to Canada as a boy with his family also. His father was a coal miner in Canada. And decided he didn't want his sons to be coal miners and moved the family to Canada. George and Augusta Smallshaw, my mother's parents. Now this is at Bud's home in the backyard. Yeah, Bud still lives in that home. He had a nice patio. He had that. I think he still has that table with cinder blocks. And there's Mark and Brian. Brian was, a little younger. Brian visited me here. He visited with Alice and Tim in Manila. Tim took him to Intramuros. Yeah, and Alice, Tim, and we visited them and we stayed in that house a couple times. And there's Joan, Janet, Pam, Patricia. And yeah, Alice, Tim, and I stayed in that. Now there's Doris, Bud's wife. She died, I think, in 1971. Tragic. Had a stroke. It's terrible. But yeah, we stayed in that house and visited in the backyard. Bud's still there with Joan. I think Brian visited not too long ago. Yeah. It's nice. Bud liked to serve coffee, and he had these cinder blocks. Now I think we're headed for home at the airport in Regina. Or maybe we're headed west. I think we're going to fly to Banff and Lake Louise. There's Regina Airport. I'm not sure if we're headed for home or... There's the Parliament building. Yeah, now we're in, I guess we flew to Banff. Yeah. Mom and Dad had their wedding in Banff. I think this is Alberta. Banff and Lake Louise. I think we started in Banff. Yeah, the Banff Springs Hotel. Yeah, which for her, that was the tourist destination. So they were married in Regina, 1950. Oh, what are we doing here? Gondola lift. Okay. Sulphur, Minnesota? Sulphur, Manitoba, I think. Yeah, maybe it's Manitoba. I'm not great on my Canadian geography. I should be better. Looks like it's the Rocky Mountains there. This could be Banff. Some wildlife. I don't know what that is. Badger, maybe. This could be Jasper. It looks real mountainous. Oh, some bird. Well, no, I think Banff. Yeah, Banff is in the. Yeah, Banff is in the Rocky Mountains. Should have researched that better. I was out in Banff and Lake Louise in 1982. Camped out there. Yeah. Lake Louise is beautiful. Actually, absolutely beautiful. Oh, looks like some buffalo. Okay, very good. Yeah, some buffalo. I think this is the area of Banff and Lake Louise, Western Canada. Big creatures. I think they're sleeping. Yeah. Glad there's some left. There used to be a lot more, especially in the U.S. They were killed by hunters. The Indians lived off of them. Oh, more wildlife. This looks like a... Is that a... Now, yeah, this is back at... now we're back in Regina. Guess we flew back. Bud's backyard, having some more time with his family. Yep, there's Doris, Janet, it's Peter, that's Brian. Yeah, Brian was here. He took a trip. Mark, a nice lounge chair. There's Bud, he's a good guy. Good man, worked as a chartered accountant. Yeah, the cousins getting to know each other. Janet came to a few lakeside. You know, she's in Toronto, not too far from here. She came to a couple of our family reunions. Oh, Bud's cooking up a storm. Yeah, with this nice chef's hat. Okay. Hi, Joan. Barbecue. She worked as a, I think she's retired. She worked as a, she worked as a chemistry. This is over at Augusta and George's home. That's the home that Ruth grew up in. Or at least lived when she was a little bit older. Childhood home, 1251 Argyle Street, and Grandma Smallsha stayed there for many years. George stayed there till the end of his life. Well, he was in a nursing home, and then Augusta, Grandma Smallsha, stayed there until the end of her life. Fort Regina. Now we're getting a little touring of Regina. It's good. Well, I think this is like an amusement park. Yeah, with rides, something like that. Not sure what that's all about. Okay. Ferris wheel. Yeah. It's a nice ride. I wouldn't like it now. Terrifying. Ooh. They must have them strapped in. So you can't rattle around the yeah. So, Fort Regina Amusement Park. Okay. Yeah, this is the church Mom and John and Ruth were married in. St. Peter's Church, Anglican Church in Regina. Yeah, August 19th, 1950. Look, we just went to church, it looks like. There. I think it's closed now. Yeah, that's where they had their wedding. August 19th, 1950. Here, this is coming up. This is coming up on their 21st. Let's see, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, 1969. So they were having their 19th wedding anniversary around this time. Now this is back in Jasper. It looks like. Yeah, sorry, things are mixed up here. But this was at the end of the trip. Yeah, I should have gotten that. Well, anyway. Last night I was working on this, and I just didn't feel like trying to get... See, Dad took these small rolls. Now we're going canoeing. He took small rolls, and then he'd come home to Cleveland, put them in order, and take them to a place, and they'd be put on a big roll, and then he'd show them with a projector, a movie projector, and a screen. And but sometimes he wouldn't put them on a big roll, a big reel rather. And then, wow, look at this. And then, if they're when I had these digitized, you know, they didn't get them in order, the small ones, because actually he didn't number these. This looks like Banff Springs Hotel. I think that's in the background here, and we're going on a canoe trip. Dad's enjoying here, Mark in the back, Peter in the front. We got our life preservers on. Yeah. Dad's traveling in style. Yeah, I believe that's the Banff Springs Hotel. Beautiful. Look at all those look at all that green and yeah, natural beauty, summertime. I think it freezes in winter. It's a small lake. You can see the snow up there, the glaciers. Peter, John, and Mark. Mark's in the back steering. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a reindeer. Wow. Fairly tame. Guess it knows there's no hunting of reindeer. Look how close Peter was getting. Yeah, well, he's still checking us out there. But not getting scared. Oh, that canoe ride was Lake Louise. North Pole. And Dad wrote Pikes Peak on the film, and Pikes Peak's in Colorado. So, I mean, I don't know the names of these peaks out here, but it's the Canadian Rockies. I think it's Alberta. I had to know that. Hi, Patricia. Now, I don't know what's going on here with this tree. Is it a wishing tree? Oh. Now, this is Rocky River Day. This might have been a few years earlier, and that's Tippy Canoe and Snoopy 2. Mom did a play on words like William Henry Harrison. 1840 campaign was Tippy Canoe and Tyler 2, Rocky River Day. I don't know if this is the right. Yeah, look at that. They have it was we made a canoe. I don't know what they made it out of, but now this I believe is Bay Point. Where is this? I'm not sure. That looks like a house they rented. Anyway, put this in because it looked like I was wearing that shirt from that time. Again, this might be a different year. I'm not sure about it. And there's a rock out there that we ended up all trying to stand on. Yeah, I think this is earlier. I think I was younger. I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing the best I can putting these together. All the home movies were put on DVDs, and then but they were all mixed up, and so I have to look at them, try to figure out what's what. I still have the original reel film with my dad's notes, John S. Ray's notes. Pam's trying to get us all to stand on this rock out in the water. Hi, Dad. John S. Ray. Our wonderful father. God bless you, Dad. Rest in peace. 1924 to 2011. Lived to be 87. Here he was 44. Very good man, very kind and patient, hardworking, good provider. He could concentrate. He used to tell me to focus. You need to focus. I don't know what I'm doing there. Whoops. Oh. Now we're a little bit farther out. Another world to conquer. Thought it might have been Bay Point, Ohio, but it looks like, again, this might have been one of these small reels that got put in, and it's all mixed up. But anyway, you get to see, I like to see Pamela especially, since she's been gone since 1971. Died before her 17th birthday. This could be the year before, maybe. I'm not sure. Or a little bit, 2 years before. Pamela. Patricia. Well, that concludes today's presentation. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care. And I'll see you next time.